Yeah. Wow. What's happening, everyone? How are you? Hopefully you're having a good day. We got Harvey. Harvey, relax yourself, mate. What's this Diddy shit about? I'm not liking that. Diddy? Well, I'm not Diddy. Diddy? What the fuck? Do you know? I'm actually starting to think you're not 11, mate. Honestly, you're not 11. Well, welcome in, Harvey. Anyway, QPR Ryan, how are you? Good to see. Wait, hang on. Did you change your name? Yes, I'm guessing you changed your name, if I'm not mistaken. J Guitars, how are you? Welcome into the chat. Did you change your name? I'm guessing you did. Maybe you got really annoyed because I kept calling you Reese. Maybe. What is that? Did he? What are you on about? What is that? Did he? What are you going on about? Yeah, I changed it. You keep calling me fucking Reese. I can't help that, mate. Listen, look. When you know too many people in the chat, when you get so many people in the chat, you tend to forget the names, and obviously you're just going by obviously what you see on the screen. So yeah, so I apologize. I'm sorry about it, but yeah, 420 sub. Harvey, he's singing a song. Harvey's singing a song. What on earth is going on right now? Jeez. Yeah, boy. Okay, maybe you are 11. Yeah, I'm just messing, mate. How are you? I'm good, man. I'm good. Hopefully all of you are good, man. Hopefully you're okay. I keep bringing my mic forward and realizing it's not that type of mic. It doesn't need to come. It stays there. How are you, How are you, mate? Yesterday's stream popped off. Really went off crazy. Like I think it's the highest one we've had. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm just Oi. Calm down, relax, everybody, relax. Jeez. relax. I don't know what was in here today, man. I'm already annoyed at the QPR result yesterday. Flip it. Don't worry, people. It's almost New Year's. 2026. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That's something. We have news on Ronnie Ed. No, I'm joking. I'm trying to not get you all excited. Let me just get everything ready for this. I've lost a bit of my voice, people, so bear with me, please. I hopefully you can bear with me. Let me see if I can get this up on yet. There we go. Is that working now properly? Hopefully that is. We do have news. I think we're all still pissed about that shit result yesterday. Yeah, mate, it was disappointing, man. Disappointing. That goal from QPR yesterday is getting investigated. If anyone knew that. That's mental, innit? I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. If you're an Arsenal fan, do you say up the art? What? that was clearly no game plan. Thought Poku looks alright though. Poku looked okay coming on, I guess, but for me, it's like I don't know, man. It just didn't seem to be there. That's all yesterday. It just didn't seem to be there. There's a lot we need to do. January, hopefully, you know, some stuff can be worked on. But yeah, I think going to West, obviously every away game is going to be hard. But yeah, I don't know. I just think there's a lot to be said on it. So yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's any news. Oh wait, no, that was back in August. That was just seeing if there's any news at the moment on anything that I've missed from last night. But it's just everything's coming back from flipping 1st of December, for crying out loud. The goal from yesterday, the one that Jimmy Dunn, the Jimmy Dunn corner goal, the own goal. It's being investigated because it shouldn't have been a goal, apparently. Technically, it shouldn't have been a goal. It should have been a free kick. So yeah, it's quite crazy, to be honest. Whose goal? There was Jimmy Dunn's one, the QPR one. There's actually nothing going on at QPR at the moment in the sense of news like that. It's all gone. Just everyone saying bring him home. Well, that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting, to be honest. What are they gonna do, lol? Change the score to... No, they can't change it, but what they can do is that they can investigate him, and the linesman and the referee and all of that won't be able to get involved in West Brom or QPR games again. That's the only thing I can think of what they can do. They can't sack him or anything like that, you know, so yeah. But yeah, that's how it is, unfortunately. Anyway, right, we've got enough people here. Let's get on with the preview. Oh, sorry, match reaction. So yesterday we went to the Hawthorns to play West Brom, and we unfortunately lost 2-1. It was 2-1, right? Or was it 3-1? Am I losing the plot? It was 2-1. Yeah, it was 2-1. Yeah, West Brom did what basically we did to them at our ground, but obviously we did it a lot better. They took the lead. They did at home with a goal from George. Was it George Campbell? I believe it was. Yeah, George Campbell. Making it 1-0. Was a corner to West Brom. It was, and they no one for QPR was on the back post to watch who they're meant to, and unfortunately, he got above his player and headed it in. You know, unfortunately, there's not much we could have done on that one apart from defend better. You know, Diakite scored an own goal in the 35th minute from a Madsen corner to make it 1-1 QPR. And then in the second half, Nathaniel Phillips scored a rocket of a header to beat Ben Hamer in goal from another set piece. So we know what the game plan was for West Brom. They had a couple of chances, they did, for open play, but nothing too exciting, just basically all set pieces. Ball possession-wise, we did control the game quite a bit. Unfortunately, West Brom's momentum was a lot better than usual. It was with what was it? Like pretty much controlling the game in the sense of attack wise. Expected goals, West Brom were better at us. Total shots as well, big chances. So yeah, I would say personally it was a really bad day in the office for us again, just like Pompey was. A lot to do, a lot to work on. I'll be honest, I'm not too sure what's gonna happen. In on the first when we play at home, when we come back to Loftus Road, and I know I keep saying it's because my throat is gone completely. And there you go again. I honestly believe the formation and the team we put out was pretty weak yesterday. Honestly, pretty weak. With Kieran Morgan on right back, Don Morrison and Escudino all at the back. Varane, Madsen in midfield, Sato, Field and Poku and Kone up front on his own. Kone didn't really do much. There wasn't really any creativity for QPR yesterday on the attack. Nothing really happened whatsoever for QPR, apart from obviously set pieces like West Brom did, where Madsen was crossing in them balls, and we had chances, we did, but unfortunately just couldn't get the job done. Unfortunately, we didn't have any really creative threat to get Kone in the box. The defense was stopping Kone and Poku and Sato. Sato again yet was not exactly seen yet again, which I keep saying on the left. He doesn't get lost. People are just not looking for him on the left wing. He did have some opportunities getting past the players, but unfortunately it wasn't his day on that sense. Varane didn't have a great game. Apparently the only person that had a good game was Morrison at the back for QPR, which is a bit of a surprise because I thought both centre backs weren't great. Escudina put in a better performance than usual. Morgan, I can't really say about because he was very quiet yesterday. Madsen and Madsen. The only thing about Madsen was that he kept putting good balls into the box. I would say that was the only positive. Everything else was pretty bad. Poku, it was good to see him play. Poku, unfortunately, he didn't have the game that he wanted. Unfortunately, with Poku, he likes to get on the inside a bit more, I reckon, and shoot, but unfortunately, no opportunities there. Sam Field was a bit of a letdown in midfield. I'd rather would have swapped Madsen and him around if you're going to put both of them players in. Field is better off working with Varane and putting Madsen as an attacking threat. Kone, like I said, is very quiet yesterday, very mocked, and say the same as well. Player ratings wise, Hamer got a 5.6. Really appalling game for Hamer yesterday, to be honest. Kieran Morgan 5.6, Jimmy Dunn 6.3, Morrison 7.0, Esquina 6.3, Madsen 6.4, Varane 5.7, Poku 5.8, Field 5.9, Sato 6.4, Kone 6.0. There was substitutions. 73rd minute, we made 4 subs in Davis, Hayden, Dembele, and Burrell, all coming on for I believe it was Varane, Poku, Kieran Morgan, and Escudina. And then I believe Madsen came off for Harvey Vale on the 83rd minute. But apart from that, it was all West Brom after the subs, to be honest. We had chances in the game, but we just couldn't break through. It wasn't great from us. I don't know what the tactic was going to West Brom, unfortunately. It's got to be a lot better at home, for sure, on the attacking threat. And hopefully, like I said, January is coming up, and hopefully we can get something sorted, because there needs to be an improvement. I don't see us putting a bigger of a challenge anymore if we're just gonna be a bit of a tipsy-topsy form. Like I said, I personally think that we still have defensive issues and creative issues. I'm happy with the strikers that we got, but defensive issues and creative issues are a problem at the moment. So yeah, I would say personally, West Brom defended a lot better yesterday. We did shut down Hegebo quite well yesterday compared to when he played at us at our ground at Loftus Road. Johnson was pretty much of a threat, as well as Ellen Jr. Grant as well. Mowat, obviously, with his through balls, were pretty decent for West Brom. So I'll give it to them. Is that Price did come on to see, obviously, change the game up, but nothing really happened there. But yeah, I would say personally, very poor performance from QPR, and it needs to improve quickly and a lot better. I wouldn't personally put that team out if I was the coach against West Brom away. If you wanted to win, I would personally say maybe maybe it would have been best to rest some of the players when we played. Who did we play last game? Portsmouth, possibly. That's what I would think, but it changes constantly. With Julian. So like I said, you can't really play the best players all the time. Your majority of players that you can play are the ones that are fit. If they are looking good to play, like Burrell, he has a lot of stamina, a lot of energy in him. He'll get more game time than others. But personally, it's just not good enough yesterday. Not, I wouldn't say it's a sackable thing, but it sounded like it needs to be shown where, like, we can't be doing that. We got to be more on the attack on certain occasions against against teams like this away. We've got to make more of an effort. When it comes down to that, it looks like we're just playing the low block and we're not even pushing whatsoever for the goal, for any chances whatsoever, until we go a goal down, and then that's when we start attacking. And it's got to be a more like I said, the Leicester game, where we were constant on attack, home or away. Don't give the opponent any respect. You're going in for the 3 points. If you feel like it's dangerous or too dangerous to go in for the attack, I can't really say much on that behalf. At the end of the day, when it comes down to defensive issues, Steve Bold, a question for him is this: what are you doing? Why are we conceding so many goals? It's quite bad. You've come into QPR to fix the defense, but as far as I'm aware, it's still pretty much the same as last season. The only difference is we're more attacking with the forwards that we have. So yeah, I think Steve Bold is a quality coach, but it's just not working out at the moment. So I don't know what's going on. Far as I can see, we give up too quickly. We give up way too quickly, and it showed in the West Brom game. It showed in the Portsmouth game. There's no effort. Portsmouth game was more of a low block, and I think tiredness. This game as well could have been tiredness as well, but it's got to be improved and a lot better than it was. But hey ho, listen up. We went there. We almost got the draw. We're in the top 9. We are, or top 10, I should say. We're still okay. It's still early days. It's just coming up to half of the season now, and January's open. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do something and see where we go from there. But apart from that, I'm still happy with where we are in the league, what we're doing this season, and going from there. We have Norwich next in the Championship. We do. Norwich are currently in okayish form. They beat us at their ground, 3-1, I believe it was. A month ago, I think it was. And the last game they played was yesterday, in which they lost 1-0 at home to Watford. So it's an opportunity for us at home, especially to get a good result. We got 2 games at home before West Ham. We need to make sure those 2 games are both wins and make sure we basically score a lot of goals and create a threat, really. We have a chance, an opportunity in between the first game and the second game to see what we can bring in. There's no talks really yet of anything serious. Obviously, we all know we all want who we want in the window, but it's down to the ownership to bring it in and show us what can happen. But right now, the table, obviously, you know, we're in a lot better position than we were this time last season. So that's one positive I'm happy with. But if we're talking about the West Brom game, you know, I would say realistically, not a great game whatsoever. It just needs to be improved. Before obviously the Norwich game at home. So yeah. What we say in the comments? What we say there? Guess the play is first. Okay. What are they gonna do? Lol, change the score? No, I've seen that. To seem a bit over the top, to be honest. Ryan says. Jake Tars 2-1 there, third disallowed. I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Extremely weak, started too many players who haven't featured in ages, so obvious they was gonna be off it. QB Ryan also says playing field in the 10 is still bothering me. Why not just play Dembele there? I'll be honest, I prefer Sato there. I think we have majority of our attackers can play in that middle. I honestly believe Sato only can play in the middle. I believe Dembele can play either right, left, or middle. Poku can play on the right and the middle. You know, there is that diversity of what Julian likes in a player. You know, he kind of likes players to be more what they call it when you can play in multiple roles, you know, multiple positions, you know, like Ronnie Edwards can play centre back to CDM. I can't think of the word now, but that's what it is. You know, influential players like that make a big impact when you can play different positions, you know, and Bengay, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just one of them things. I think there's a lot of work to do in that sense, but yeah, we go again against Norwich. Fingers crossed we can do a lot better. But the analysis at the end of the day, defensive issues are still there. You know, commitment on a sense of what he says. Julia, what is it? What does he says? He says courage and I can't remember the other word that he says. But courage and something else. But we're not showing it at the moment. We're really not showing it. We're like up and down like a yo-yo with versatility, versatile. Yeah, versatile. That's the one, mate. But yeah, we're like a yo-yo. We're up and down constantly. There's a lot of work that needs to be done still. You know, hopefully, fingers crossed. After January, you know, we see a bit more of a form going on where obviously we can stick into the top 10 and put it out there that we are challenging. You know, I think, like I said, yesterday was more. Well, the last 2 days is more to do with one. Portsmouth was more the fact being that we looked tired, and we just sitting back like Derby would do. And then yesterday was more majority that, you know, we had chances, but we just gave up quite easily. So yeah. See, a lot of work to do, and we'll go from there. Really, I think that covers everything really, for yesterday. Unless anyone can think of anything else, which I might missed. I don't think I've missed anything, to be honest. I would throw in some transfer talk, but it's just gonna be the constant same thing about, you know, Ronnie Edwards and you know, players like that. You know, there's not really any guaranteed anything just yet. But we got a lot of work to do. That's the main thing. You know, I want to go into this Norwich game and beat them, and get a good run going again. So yeah. This bloody dog is annoying me. But yeah. I think we're gonna leave it there. We've going on almost to 30 minutes. We are. My throat is killing me. From screaming yesterday. From that game. So yeah. Fingers crossed. We can. Come on in, John. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. What was I saying? Yeah. So we'll be live tomorrow anyway. Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. We'll be live from maybe 6. I don't know. We might be a bit earlier because it is New Year's Eve. But we will have our we'll have our match preview tomorrow for the Norwich game on New Year's Day. We will. So yeah, that's gonna be looking forward to that one tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be a good one, and I'm on time. QBR says, Ryan says, do you think Hamer is too weak for the first goal? I wouldn't blame him for the first goal. I wouldn't blame him. You know, I would say this: it could have been a free kick potentially to QPR. He's got to do a lot better, but I think personally that's more of a player, outfield player situation. That we should have had a player on that player pushing that guy away from Hamer. You know, that's the tactic. That's pretty much the tactic. You know, that first goal, that shouldn't have happened. You know, Hamer needs to be more communicative with his team and where he wants his players. And we were just in the wrong... Players were in the wrong places, you know. At the end of the day, you need to put a player on the front post, a player on the back post. And you also need to realize that when it comes to corners and there's a player on the goalkeeper, you need to be pushing that player away, you know, away from the keeper so that he can get to the ball quicker. But because of the push, he's missed obviously the ball that goes over him and it goes into the back of net because of no one really marking the person at the back post. So yeah, that is simple as that. When well, I believe honestly Ryan Mason's tactics yesterday was basically set pieces. You know, get the goals from set pieces because he knows that our defensive issues are bad for set pieces, and it's the honest truth. You know, the amount of set pieces that I've conceded from us, like from free kicks this season to corners, you know, it's quite bad. We got a lot of work to do, honestly, a lot of work on the defensive side. I think with like creative side, I think it's more the sense, well, either we need players back from injury or we need to bring in a creative player to help us. So yeah, but that sums up pretty much what we need to happen for this season, you know. But yeah, apart from that, yesterday's game was a bit of a shambles, and obviously we need to do a lot better. So yeah. Apart from that, we're gonna leave it there for tonight. We're just about to hit 30 minutes. I know obviously you guys might want it on for a bit longer, but there's not much really else to say. You know, there's no transfer talk at the moment, and there's no I believe honestly I've covered everything. You know, when it comes down to 2-1 games and stuff like that, unless something exciting has happened or we've won, then you know there's more of a thing to talk about. But unfortunately, yeah, we just didn't get the game done yesterday. So yeah. But we're gonna leave it there. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you lot can tune in for our match preview against Norwich at home on New Year's Day. Hopefully everyone has a good rest of your night, and fingers crossed. Well, I'll be if you're not here tomorrow, have a good New Year. We'll see you New Year's Day. Let's pretty much get on Julian's back, and hopefully fingers crossed we can get the 3 points for Norwich. So yeah, huge shouts out there. I'll do it tomorrow because my voice might be a bit better tomorrow, but we'll do it tomorrow because you know it's the start of the year on Thursday, and yeah, let's start the year with a bang, shall we? So yeah, apart from that, peace and positivity. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you want to, and we will catch you tomorrow for our match preview. Peace out, people. Catch you in a bit.